let you hear from my lips, I believe in the divine simplicity of God. And if you take simplicity away from God, boy, God ceases to be God. But what does simplicity mean? Here's my definition. Let me give it to you. The simplicity of God is the inability to divide God's essence into standalone parts. The inability to go, let's put love over here. Now that's a standalone, independent part of God. Let's put his power over here. That's a part. Like, think about your hands, your foot, your eyes, your nose, your heart, your lungs. You're made up of a diversity of parts, and your parts could be separated and pulled apart. You cannot, hear me, you cannot take love away from God and still have God. Nor could you take love away and still have power. I don't know how many attributes there are. Maybe you can figure that out. But let's say there's 100 attributes. I'm just putting out a number. Here are the essential attributes of God. God cannot be God without all these attributes. You pull one attribute away, all the other attributes fall. They're interdependent, if you would. The attributes demand the other attribute. They're inseparable. You can't put spirit at the middle and say that's the core, and all the other attributes flow or emanate out of that one attribute. I wanted to do that with sovereignty. I think love is more natural to put, if you had to put one, maybe love, put that in the middle and all these other attributes flow. Let me explain it this way. Here's God. Let's put an attribute there. Let's put love. How do you define love? Well, you say, love is self-giving. It's self-sacrifice. It's affectionate, unselfish affection that is motivated to give or something of that nature. So we could try to define love, but when you try to find God's love is all wise. That is, if God's love wasn't all wise, then it wouldn't be perfect, complete, perfect love. There'd be something wrong with the love of God if it was ignorant or missing something in wisdom issue. How do you have perfect love without perfect knowledge? It's impossible. So how do you have perfect love without perfect power or all power? Love is a power in itself. What love gives, it's an exercise of sacrifice. Well, that demands power. So you can't really separate power from love. God's love is infinite. God's love is eternal. God's love is just. God's love is good. God's love is holy. God's love is merciful. God's love, just name it. That's how you define love. Take love and say, okay, let's take love out of the middle and for the sake of put love back over here and put knowledge here. Let's put knowledge in the middle. Well, here, knowledge can be defined as loving. It can just, all of a sudden, all the attributes that we have, the 100 attributes you have, all define God's knowledge in the same way they define God. Let me say that again. All the attributes define all the other attributes in the same way they define God. Because this is not something God has, this is something God is.